What's happening, man? You heard me? This the Lil B Jeezy representing. Chopper City problem solver, homie. Beezo. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? Everybody went their own ways and everybody doing their own thing. Everybody got their own independent situations popping and everybody eating and doing good. And in the future, I guarantee you gonna see a brand New Orleans. You heard me?
Chopper City, you heard me? The new face of the NO, respect and the check.
Cynthia Dorsey, aka Miss Sin, is one of the most respected women in uptown New Orleans, and not just because she is the mother of Christopher Dorsey, aka BG. Originally from Parchman, Virginia, Miss Sin's dad was a military man. Her mom was born and raised in the NO. Miss Sin, who came up in Virginia through her childhood years, would move to New Orleans until she was 14 years old. Missing her friends, Miss Sin would attempt to run away back to Virginia. Miss Sin would eventually meet BG's pop at the age of 18 through one of her friends. Small in stature, Miss Sin would go by the nickname Lil Sin coming up as a teen. BG's pops was a longshoreman with strong religious beliefs. Unbeknownst to many, Jizzle was a deacon in his grandfather's church as a child. Miss Sin is a humble, simple woman who isn't into the glitz and glam of being the mother of a famous rapper. In fact, at one point, Jeezy copped her a Benz. Miss Sin had him return it for a Camry, which is her whip of choice. Although BG was heavy in the streets, it would be by no way fault of Miss Sin. Doogie's father would unfortunately pass during a failed robbery attempt. Miss Sin would do her best to curtail Jeezy from the streets. Being a single parent, this would be a difficult task for Miss Sin. BG, who would be in and out of jail, hadn't caught a real Joe where he had to do real time until catching his federal case. Before social media outlets who had no regard for what Miss Sin was going through would be running her down just to do interviews about her son, Miss Sin would be very vocal on her own social media accounts. Miss Sin would often post to her social media account running her own free BG campaign. The free BG Day celebration would be huge in the city. Sin would take this opportunity to shed light on her feelings about her son's sentencing in the crooked criminal justice system. Sin would also post positive messages and prayers, praying to God that when her son comes home, he doesn't involve himself with the so-called protector that was around him before he caught his time. We can only speculate who that so-called protector was. It wouldn't be long before Miss Sin would do several interviews on social media regarding both her and BG's life, including Jeezy's upbringing as a child. It was in these interviews that Miss Sin would touch on the intimate details about her son and the dudes that he surrounds himself with. Miss Sin would also give her opinion on Brian Williams, aka Baby of Cash Money Records. Refusing to answer any questions about the royalties owed to BG, Miss Sin would instead say that she could tell that Baby loved BG and that Baby would oftentimes scold BG for stressing her out. Further going on to say that she hopes and prays that when BG is released, his so-called protector has BG's best interest at heart, making sure to acknowledge that she wasn't talking about Baby and Slim. I done said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm not around these dudes, nor am I in the circle to make a huge assumption that BG is not rocking when hot. I'm a journalist. I'm only reporting the news. In my honest opinion, I don't feel like Stunner would have hot around Jeezy, knowing that Miss Sin and Doogie wasn't feeling hot like that. At the end of the day, I believe the Doogie ain't rocking with hot shit is cap. I'm just glad that homie is home. I wish him much success. The truth will come from Jeezy's mouth and Jeezy's mouth alone when the time comes.